Hello and welcome. My name is Drew Poling. I'm a building decarbonization specialist with the Climate Change Program at the Maryland Department of Environment. Today, I'm here to talk you through some of the tools available to support the heating fuel provider reporting program. Following up on our previous video on the county identification tool, I'm going to walk you through how to take the data set that you downloaded from the county identification tool and aggregate all of the data and prepare it to input into the reporting template. Now, this will also be useful for anyone who already has a list of addresses that includes county and needs help totaling the data for submission to MDE. Before I dive in, if you have not yet seen the county identification tool introductory video, please check that out first. The link is available in the video's description. So now I've shared my screen with a data set that I just downloaded from the county identification tool. As you can see, I've successfully added county to each of my delivery addresses. And now I need to aggregate or total the amount of fuel delivered by county, sector, and fuel type for each month. Thankfully, we can do this fairly easily in Excel using a tool called a pivot table. Before creating my pivot table, I just want to make one more change to my data set, and that's to add a new column with the month that the fuel was delivered. We have the delivery date, but it'll be much easier to sort by month if we isolate that, just that information to a single column. So after creating our heading, we are going to create a formula to pull just the month from the delivery date. And we can do this by typing equals sign and then month. And then we're going to open parentheses, move over to our first cell in our first row in the delivery date column, and then close parentheses and press enter. And as you can see, I've pulled just the month out of our delivery date. And after doing that, I can go ahead and click in the bottom right-hand corner, double click there, and it will pull this formula down across my entire data set. And this will just make it easier to separate out our delivery data into monthly increments. So now with our data cleaned and ready to move on to aggregation, it's time to create our pivot table. So we can do this by first highlighting our entire data set. We can do that easily by clicking on the top left-hand corner in cell A1, and then holding down Control and Shift, and then pressing the right arrow key and then the down arrow key. That will highlight the entire field. Once we have our full data set highlighted, we're going to go to Insert and then Pivot Table, and then from Table Range. Now, we've already highlighted our data set, so the correct information should be automatically populated into this table range field. And you also want to make sure that you're creating the pivot table in a new worksheet. That'll just make it easier for you to work with later on. And with that, we can go ahead and click OK. And now our pivot table has been created in sheet 1. So now that we've created our pivot table, it's time to pull in the correct pivot table fields. And we can do this by clicking on the data we want to include on the right here. So we want to pull in county, fuel type, fuel amount, sector, and month. As you can see, our pivot table has already started to aggregate our delivery data for us. However, we do want to move these fields around so that our pivot table is displayed in the correct format. The first thing I'm going to do is drag county into the columns box. And then in rows, we're going to drag and drop month above fuel type. So in the rows column, the order should be month, fuel type, and then sector. Now that we've properly organized our pivot table, let's see if we can clean up the data a bit so it's more friendly for us to work with. So right now, our pivot table is showing a lot of information that we don't actually need for our reporting. As a reminder, we're really only looking for the total amount of fuel delivered by each sector and fuel type for each county that's delivered to in Maryland. So we can make this a little bit easier to read by right-clicking anywhere in our pivot table, and then we're going to go to pivot table options. So the first thing we can do is add in a 0 for empty cells. And we do that in the Layout and Format tab, and then make sure For Empty Cells Show is checked, and then we can just put 0 in there. Next, we want to get rid of the grand totals that are added on the pivot table, because that's not actually information that we're interested in. So we're going to go over to Totals and Filters, and then deselect both Show Grand Totals for rows and Show Grand Totals for columns. Once we do make both of those changes, we can go ahead and click OK. So already this is looking a little bit more digestible. However, there's one final change we want to make, and that's going up to Design and getting rid of the subtotals as well. So once we're in Design, we can go over to Subtotals and click on Do Not Show Subtotals. And with that, we have isolated just the information that we're particularly interested in, which is total delivery amounts for each fuel type by sector, separated out for each county that we deliver fuel to. So now that our data is cleaned and organized, ready for reporting, we can go ahead and pull up the reporting template. So I've got the reporting template ready to go here. Now, if you are unfamiliar with the Heating Fuel Provider Reporting Program's reporting template, you go ahead and pause here, and you can go back and watch our Introduction to the Reporting Template video, which is available on our YouTube page as well. But for now, I'm going to scroll down and fill out these sections. So the counties that I deliver to, according to my test data set, are Baltimore County, Carroll County, and Howard County. And then the fuels that I have are number 2 fuel oil and propane. And then finally, the sectors are commercial and residential. And with that, my input sheet is now my personalized fuel delivery database and ready to copy in the reporting data that I've prepared in my pivot table. And now as you copy over your fuel delivery data from the pivot table to the reporting template, it is important just to double check that you've selected all the correct options and are copying and pasting into the right columns. So I'm going to do that quickly now. We've got Baltimore County, Carroll County, Howard County across the top here, and then our number 2 fuel oil and then propane for commercial and then residential. Now, both are organized to be set up alphabetically, so everything should line up correctly, but it's always important to make sure. And across the top, we've got Baltimore, Carroll, and Howard counties. We've got our number 2 fuel oil and then our propane. And for our sectors, it's commercial and then residential. So we're all set now to copy and paste our data from the pivot table into the reporting template. And once you finish copying and pasting your fuel delivery data in for the calendar year, you're all set to save that reporting template with the proper naming convention. Should be the year, company name, your company ID, and then HFRP, and go ahead and send it over to the Clean Heat email inbox, which is cleanheat.mde@maryland.gov. Thank you for joining me today on this walkthrough on how to use an Excel pivot table to take your downloaded data from the county identification tool and format it into an easily accessible way for copying over into the heating fuel provider reporting template. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to our team. Our Clean Heat email address and phone number are both included in the video description below. Additionally, make sure you're signed up for the Heating Provider Reporting Program's mailing list. A link on how to join that listserv is also included in the video's description. With that, have a great rest of your day.